Okay, this ebook I had shared with you, John Martin. Okay, there is some network issue over here. In last lecture, we had started with mathematical tools and techniques. So in that, we just saw an overview of what do you mean by what are the various types of mathematical tools and techniques. Okay, we will solve numericals on Friday, coming lecture. Okay, so in this, we had seen logics and proofs, truth tables, and all this, all we had seen. Okay,
Ma'am,
languages.
you
What do
haven't
you mean
shared
by a
this.
language?
You haven't shared this ebook with us.
Yeah, you can check on Teams in your class
Okay,
material
Teams.
folder.
Okay,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I have shared it on Teams. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so in today's tutorial, what we will do is we will just have a look on languages, and then we will try to complete 2, 3 examples on that, and that's basically mathematics. So today also we are not moving to our formal language. Okay, the formal language concepts we will start because that is very important, and we will start Okay, so we will start that in our, we will start with formal languages in our next lecture. Today, we will just have to complete this mathematical tools and techniques, and you have to solve certain numericals exercises based on that truth tables and all. So this will be included. This will be a tutorial one for all of us. Okay. So in your tutorial one, you'll have to apply the concepts of set theory and truth tables. Okay, this PDF I have shared it on Teams. So all of you can go to Teams and check the class material folder. In that, you can just check it. So for solving the tutorial, first tutorial, please refer it. You can just open and just check it out. Okay. So in the last lecture, we had started with languages. So let's just finish with it. Okay, languages. The familiar languages, which includes programming languages such as Java and natural languages like English, okay, and as well as there are some unofficial dialects with specialized vocabularies, such as the language used in legal documents or the language of mathematics. Now, what we are doing here, we are talking about mathematical calculus, etc., algebraic expressions. All those are coming under what? It's basically a language, right? Language of mathematics. So similarly, for our a flat, we are using formal language concept, and we will. That's very important. So I want that to be started very, I mean, in a proper way. So that's why I'm waiting for that. So in the next lecture, we will finally start with our formal languages, but in today's lecture, we will solve I guess 3, 4 numericals on this, on your basic mathematical concepts. Okay, that is your first tutorial. Okay, so here we had seen all this, so how that particular string appears. And always remember in formal languages, your alphabet is given by the string, this summation. This summation means it's basically an alphabet. And summation star, as you can see over here the for the alphabet A, B, we can have what we can have A dot A comma B, the whole star. It will show you all the occurrences of A and B. Okay, and this this null sign, it stands for the empty language. Okay, Some of the examples are given here. Now, suppose a language over summation or alphabet is a subset of summation star. Here are few examples of that. There are five examples which are given here. In the first example, as you can see, there is an empty language which is given by this sign, this a comma a b. It is what? It is some finite language, the occurrence of a and b. And similarly, there are other examples as well. So the null string A is always an element of summation, the whole star. Okay, but other languages over summation may or may not contain it. Of this five examples, only the second and third do. Okay, in some of the languages. And what are the other things? Let's just have a look at it. So there are few real world languages, in some cases involving larger alphabets. Like you can see the language of legal Java identifiers, it's a different language. The language expression of legal algebraic expressions involving the identifier A, the binary operations, plus and multiplication and parenthesis. Some of the strings in the languages, it can be a plus. It basically what it means that you have certain operations and you have certain identifiers like a or b. In this case, in seventh point, they are using the identifier a and the binary operations plus and multiplication. So by using that, how that particular string in a language can be formulated, it is given in by this expressions. It can be a plus a multiplied by a, etc., etc. How that particular operations are useful. Okay, so the language balanced strings of parentheses. Okay, it's a language balanced strings of parentheses, and examples are given here. Some of the examples include this. Okay, and the language of numeric literals in Java. There can be language of numeric literals in Java, such as -41, 0.03, and 5.0, E -3, etc. These are all the concepts. Okay, so for today's tutorial, first tutorial, what you have to do is you just have to take down this question and we can finish it off. Okay, take this first in your exercises. Please go to that ebook and just refer page number 34. Okay, for this I'm not going into depth because this is just your basic mathematics. Okay, truth tables and all. Our first tutorial is based on that only. So in your first tutorial you just go to exercises, page number 34, and the first exercise 1.1, you have to solve that. Okay, so what is given here in this question? In each case below, construct a truth table for the statement and find another statement with at most one operator. And what are the operators? Or, and, negation, or it is then operator. So that is logically equivalent. You have to create truth tables for this. How many values are given there? How many sub questions you have? 7. You have seven sub questions over here. So you have to create truth tables. Okay, so your 1.1 is your first question of tutorial, and that is based on truth table. So please refer this PDF and try to solve it, and try to upload it today. Okay, before 2:30. And one more question I would like to give.
Ma'am, where
Okay,
do we
this
have to
is,
upload it?
yes, I will create a link on Teams and let you know. Okay, but
Okay, ma'am.
start solving this. And another question I would like to give in this is, mm, okay, not that much. Wait a minute. No, we would require the concepts of truth tables only. So that is important for you guys only. So do that. The symmetricity and all, I was thinking of giving it as second question, but we won't require it in our next coming chapters for formal languages. Okay, that's why. Okay, you just have to construct the truth tables, all the 6 truth tables I want. Okay, and you can take this question 1.3. Suppose M1 and M2 are integers, okay, representing the months, okay, 1 is less than equal to Mi is less than equal to 12, and D1 and D2 are integers representing days, okay. So for each I, the pair M comma Di can be thought of as representing a date. For example, 9 comma 18. It is given here, the question. So you have to, yes, you have to find such a proposition that is a disjunction of two propositions. Okay. And same way, you have to find such a proposition that is a conjunction of two propositions. So just these two questions are important. So is it clear in your exercises of 1.1? Your first question and your second question is 1.3. So you can refer this PDF. Okay, refer this PDF and try to solve these two questions and upload it today by 2:30. So that's what our basics of mathematical concepts says. And okay, try to do this. And so in the next lecture, we can move forward to our actual part, formal languages. I'll just create a link and share it on Teams so that you can refer that, upload it on that. Any questions?
Ma'am, can we get a bit more time to upload because of some net issue? Sometimes it takes time.
Yeah, okay. No problem. You can upload it till 5 p.m. But start doing it now. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, since this is a tutorial session, so I wanted to finish with this first tutorial. Okay, the truth tables you have to prepare and solve this disjunction and conjunction problem. 1.1 and 1.3, just 2 questions. Okay, so in between we can have an interactive session. Okay, try to finish it off, the first two questions. I am preparing a link and I will share it on Teams. Okay, I have created an assignment. Check that. The due date is, I have extended it. It's tomorrow till 5 p.m. Okay, try to upload it by tomorrow till 5 p.m. But if you finish it now, that's well and good.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So what we can do is now. I wanted to start with our second unit, that is your regular languages and all. But for that, I'm waiting for you guys to understand it in a better way by visualizing it. So on Friday we have do we have a lecture on Friday? I guess yes, maybe.
Yes, ma'am. The second lecture is yours, 11 to 12.
Friday. Yes, very good. So Friday we have a lecture from 11 to 12. So that's interesting. So be prepared for that. That will be a very good session. And we will start with our actual formal languages on Friday. And we will solve numericals also. Okay. So today what you are doing is you just try to complete the tutorial and we can have a brief introduction to what do you mean by formal languages and all. We can just have a look on that. Okay. So when you okay, I'll just give you a brief introduction about our second main topic, that is your, and this is your actual topic, that is finite automata and the languages they accept. Okay, and our whole course, our entire course is dependent on this particular topics and this area. Okay, first unit, first chapter of this book, it was just the basic mathematical tools and techniques. Okay, and our first tutorial is also based on that, so that you have to finish it and upload it tomorrow by 5 p.m. Okay, so now we will start. We'll just have a look on the second chapter, that is finite automata and languages they accept. So just listen carefully, and in the next lecture we will solve it, solve the numericals based on that.
So, ma'am, we are
Okay.
done with our first unit.
First unit, no, it's a part of that only. Wait, I'll share the syllabus. Yeah, in this first unit. Yeah, in the first unit, just the small part is remaining, that is FSM, and we have something called as graphs. Graph is also remaining, right? Graphs and FSM, and that requires just few session, but we are not going to solve any examples on graphs or trees. That is just an overall brief introduction about that. So we will see that, okay? And we will start with FSM, finite state machine. So that's all. We are about to finish the first unit. Okay? So by today we'll finish our first unit. And in the next lecture, we'll start with second unit because our actual course begins from your second unit. Okay? First unit is just an introduction and theoretical part. Yeah, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So today we will finish our first unit, and next unit we will start the regular languages and finite automata. And then there we will solve numericals based on our formal language. Okay. So let's move on to our this thing. Okay, we will see finite automata and the languages they accept. We'll start with our main topic. Okay, and FSM, first of all, FSM stands for finite state machine. So by applying the concepts of regular languages, we are going to develop or create a finite state machine. It is basically a machine which is having the input alphabet, which is summation. So all the values of alphabets which are included in the summation goes into that. So this FSM and this finite automata and languages, this is basically that only. So when you refer our syllabus, okay, what happens in our syllabus? In our syllabus, they have given it as a term FSM, which is included in our first unit. But okay, but when we move further, we are going to learn about regular languages also in our second unit. Yep, that's fine. We are going to study that. Okay, so let's just have a look over here. Just a minute. Okay, by the time you try to solve the examples, the question given to you. Okay, start completing your tutorial.